Welcome back to my channel, Ragamuffins. My name is Raggy and today I am bringing you a tier list in which I am going to take all, if not just a bunch, of the Pokemon used by Team Rocket in the anime. That's right, Team Rocket's Pokemon. James, Jessie, and Meowth. And I'm going to be determining how based their choices are. If you've been following my channel, you can see that I've been doing this for quite a while now, where I'll just take a character or something from Pokemon and I'll determine how based their choices actually are. And if you look on the left here, you can see that the choices are completely based, just the most original thing you've ever seen. If it's a pretty original idea, if it's neither or, if it's excusably basic, so that is to say that it's a popular choice, but it, with a good reason. And then there are completely basic choices. So, James, Jessie, and Meowth. Yes, we're including Meowth here because he's more trainer than Pokemon now, and you can't deny that. We are going to be taking them, and we are going to be determining how based they truly are. I think it's going to be pretty based because they are, if nothing else, incompetent. So they may actually be making totally based choices accidentally, but brownie points all the same. In any case, just in the order that we see them, don't expect me to know which Pokemon belongs to who all of the time, because I haven't watched the anime much at all since I was 11. So there you go. Anyways, getting straight into it, guys, we have Amoonguss, and I don't know whose this was. I'm going to guess it was probably Jessie's, but we have Amoonguss, and Amoonguss is a pretty original choice. Gotta admit that. Like, Amoonguss, there are just better grass-type options. I think he's also a poison type. I'm not sure. But, you never see anyone using him. He's not, the most outside-of-the-box idea, but pretty original. Gotta respect that. Arbok? Arbok is also pretty original, honestly. From as early as Gen 1 and 2, Arbok has had his niche, but, he's always been overshadowed by better options. His biggest draw to me has always been his bulk, how defensive he really was. So, he's got that going for him, but, you never see anyone taking advantage of it. Honestly, on that note, I want to see an Arbok evolution. We are due. We are long due for Arbok to get some love, even if it's just a regional variant or something. Please, just give Arbok something. Then we have Cacnea, and Cacnea, unevolved, not a Cacturn. I'm gonna say neither. I feel like Cacnea fills a niche, and if you pick one up along the way in your Pokemon journey, no one would really bat an eye. They wouldn't ask you why Cacnea. It's just, alright, he's got Cacnea. Fair enough. Carnivine. Carnivine, that's a pretty based decision. He is a non-evolving grass-type Pokemon, pure grass-type. He is exactly what he is. He's just a grass-type Pokemon. And similar to Amoonguss, there are just better options. I have never seen anyone using Carnivine, and maybe I'm just flexing my ignorance, but literally, I've never seen Carnivine used. I don't even see Carnivine used in, NPC battles in the actual games. So, that says a lot. Chimecho, I'm pretty sure this was James's Pokemon. Don't at me if I get any of these wrong, okay, guys? It's been many years. But, Chimecho, that's neither. Chimecho, I understand that Chimecho has a niche in the competitive realm, but, there are better options. That seems to be a recurring theme with a lot of the Pokemon so far. Then we have Dustox, and Dustox, I'm gonna say that's neither again. If you evolved a Wurmple and you ended up with a Cascoon, and ultimately Dustox instead of Silcoon and got Beautified, it's whatever. It's baby's first bug Pokemon in Gen 3, I guess, but it's definitely more original than, say, Butterfree or Beedrill, I guess. Then we have Frillish, and Frillish, completely based. It's not even evolved into Jellicent, it's just Frillish. There you go. I mean, do you know anyone that uses a Frillish? There you go. Gourgeist. I'm gonna say Gourgeist is actually excusably basic. So, Gourgeist, grass, ghost type, it fills a niche, and when it was introduced in Gen 6, I understand there were a lot of people who were kind of crazy about this guy, because he is actually decently viable. And the same could be said of pretty much all of the Pokemon that were introduced in Gen 6. But Gourgeist in particular, like, very popular, very quickly, but it works competitively, and still does to this day, so it's excusably basic. If I had, like, I don't even really want to say it's basic, but it's not an original idea. Then we have Gyarados, and I'm not even going to explain this one. Gyarados is the most basic choice you can make in this game. Then we have Inkay, not Malamar, just Inkay, completely based. Okay, if it were Malamar, it would be neither, but Inkay, base stats so low, you gotta wonder why even bother. Completely based. If somebody were going to use Inkay against you in a Pokemon battle, that's a flex. That is an alpha flex. I would be scared of anyone who'd pulled that move on me. I would not know what to do. I'd be kind of stuck for fear. Then we got Lickitung. Lickitung is completely based. Similar to a lot of the Pokemon on this list, you've never seen anyone use Lickitung. And especially now that it has Licky Licky as an evolved form. Lickitung. We like Lickitung as a normal type Pokemon. Like, I remember thinking that Lickitung was like the weirdest Pokemon. And like, I've never thought about it too much. But the fact that Jessie reps it, and reps it for as long as she does, she keeps it around for a long time. Like, it's a wonder that thing, like, didn't evolve. Because I'm pretty sure it just... Oh no, you have to evolve it by... It has to know Rollout, I think? I think it needs to know Rollout, and then you level it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but whatever. Completely based. Then we got Mareanie, and I see a theme with Team Rocket's Pokemon is that they are, a lot of them, just unevolved. And that makes them more original just automatically, because obviously everyone evolves their Pokemon. It is the optimal way to battle, but like Team Rocket, nah, they know what they're doing. They have no idea what they're doing. This confirms pretty heavily the idea that I had that they are accidentally making based choices, but whatever. So Mareanie is pretty original. I'm going to say that because Mareanie is a relatively new Pokemon. It's not surprising that they would have it in their team. I know a few people who were kind of like on board for Mareanie and whatever it evolves into. I can't remember its name off the top of my head, but Mareanie is pretty original, I guess. Mime Jr. What a flex, okay? Like, repping a baby Pokemon on your team. I'm pretty sure this was James's Pokemon. And I know... Okay, James probably never used it in battle. I don't know. I never saw it. But, like, you're, like, a part of a criminal organization that uses Pokemon for evil, and you've got a Mime Jr., a official baby Pokemon on your team? Wow. Just wow. Then we got Mimikyu, and I did not realize that Team Rocket had a Mimikyu. I could not begin to guess if this were James's or Jessie's, but Mimikyu, this is actually excusably basic. So, ever since Mimikyu came out, there has just been unanimous love for it the world over, and I love it too. So I'm going to say it's excusably basic, because it is so loved, and I know that in the competitive realm, it has its niche. Its ability, Disguise, makes it pretty useful as well. So, like, maybe I should go and rewatch some, like, Team Rocket battles featuring Mimikyu. That should be interesting. It would have really turned the tide. Then we got Seviper. And that's just a super based choice, honestly. Like, Seviper, similar to so many, you do not see anyone using Seviper. It was kind of basic that she, like, dropped Arbok and then picked up Seviper, like, pretty quickly. Like, oh, another snake Pokemon. But it's like, whatever. Seviper, you know? No one uses it. There you go. Shelter, it's pretty original. Pretty original. Shame it wasn't a Cloyster, but if it were, it would have been a excusably basic choice, I think. But for Shelter, like, with base stats that low, and yet it still actually is competitively viable if you know what you're doing, because it does learn some pretty sick moves, and it can still have Skill Link, I'm pretty certain of that. Then we have Victory Bell, and okay, Victory Bell is a completely basic choice, one of the very few on this list. I hate to say it, but now I like Victory Bell, but if you're playing through like the original Pokemon games and you pick up a Bellsprout and evolve it all the way to Victory Bell, that's, come on, baby's first grass type. If you didn't pick Bulbasaur or Chikorita or whatever, and you ended up with a Victory Bell, come on. Did you even consider other options? That's just how I feel about it. Then we have Wheezing. James's main man. Wheezing. So Wheezing, as far as I know, actually has a pretty solid niche in the competitive scene. And I'm gonna say he's excusably basic. Like, he's so viable. I actually used to run a Wheezing myself with a explosion move. I had a whole explosion team and Wheezing was in it. And yeah, you see them pretty frequently in competitive. So it's excusably basic. Then Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet is just a based choice. The fact that this is the counter Pokemon and therefore by nature is completely predictable, like, I don't know any basic trainer who would use a Wobbuffet. It's like in the exact same vein to me as using Ditto. It's so like, what are you doing? What are you trying to achieve? And for Team Rocket, no one really knows. Then we got Woobat, and Woobat is another completely based choice. If it were Swoobat, I'd say neither because of how like uncommon it is. You do not see it ever. But for Woobat, that's like tenfold. If you don't see Swoobat, then you literally will never ever see Woobat. So the fact that Team Rocket repped it, so much respect. And I like Woobat. I like Woobat a lot. So there you go. Then we have Yamask. And Yamask is pretty original. He turns into Kofagrigus, and that in itself is a solid choice. This is the one that I see used most frequently as like an example of how James is like such a great Pokemon trainer, because like he asked Yamask, like, hey, do you want to join my team? Like, he's just so friendly and nice to all Pokemon. It's like, yeah, that's cool. Whatever. But yeah, otherwise it's a pretty original choice. And then we have Yanmega. And Yanmega, similar to so many, I don't really see a lot of Yanmega, but I, like, in Battle Tower, in higher levels, you do start to see a lot of Yanmega. If only for that reason, I'm going to say it's a neither choice. I don't see, like, players using it, but the game recognizes its ability. So the fact that Team Rocket had it, it's like, they're not, like, making, like, any groundbreaking discoveries here. So there you go. But yeah, Yanmega, love it. And with that, everybody, this has been my ratings for how based Team Rocket is. So, pretty cool to see here that most of their choices are actually in the completely based and pretty original categories. So, I'm pretty sure that I'm right on the money when I say that Team Rocket just, like, completely by accident made based choices, because I don't think any of these choices were made for the sake of marching to the beat of their own drum or anything like that. I think they are just complete idiots. But you let me know down in the comments below if you agree with these determinations. Am I wrong about the likes of Wheezing and Frillish and Woobat and whoever else? Or am I right on the money? You let me know. In any case, my ragamuffins, if you enjoyed the video today, then make sure to give it a like and subscribe. And make sure to hit the bell icon as well so you can get instant updates anytime there's a future upload. In any case, thank you so much for watching the video today. I hope to catch you next time. Have a good one!